Good afternoon. Um, yeah, pleasure to be back on the mat with you. Today is the 1st of June. So yeah, month 6 of 2025 already. Yeah, it's the first one I think that I've been with you on the mat this year. So yeah, still been doing my daily practices. And yeah, just keeping it as the main focus. But yeah, it's good to be on the back on the mat. Hope you've been keeping well. My name is Mark. This is Akwaaba Yoga. So we're going to go through a 25-minute session. Hopefully I'll get through. Hay fever is busting my ass today, so streaming eyes and sniffing all over the place. By that side, I hope you've all been keeping well. So yeah, let's start in our child's pose. Just come into the mat, knees apart, feet together. We're going to bring our torso down to the floor and just come into our breath. So feet together, knees apart. Just walk the hands forward. If you want to put a block or a thick book underneath the forehead, I invite you to do so. I'm going to just find stillness and calmness. I'm going to arrive here on the mat together, whether you're tuned in now or watching on playback. Just remove the distractions of any outside noise, any mad energies that might have been confronting you this week or coming ahead. Just take the moment for the next 25 minutes or so to just be present to where you are. And just allow yourself to dismiss any distractions, at least for the time being. Bring a sense of calmness and peace to your mind. Feel the ground beneath your hands, supporting your knees, your shins, the tops of the toes. Feel your belly pressing against your thighs as you inhale. And take note of the breath as you exhale through the nose or through the mouth. I invite you here to come into your Ujjayi breathing, your Ujjayi breath, should you wish. So you're going to inhale through the nose, seal the lips and exhale through the nose. Just bring that whisper-like sound to your breath. And feel free to use your Ujjayi breath to help guide your movements today, to guide your flow. And on the next inhale, let's all press up together, come into our tabletop. Hands stacked underneath the shoulders, knees under hips. We're going to start to undulate the back by barrel rolling the belly forward, and on the exhale, press your hands into the mat. Bring the gaze to your navel as you round through the upper back. And reverse it out. Inhale, belly comes down, gaze goes up. Exhale, surrounding the upper back. Let's keep this going for another 3 breaths. And on your exhale, just come into a freestyle. Just find freedom of movement as you maybe keep the hands where they are, but you just find circular movements in the hips. Be aware of any tightness in your body here. Maybe hold as you come into an area of tightness. And then this will come and meet in our stationary tabletop. Going to curl the toes under, press the hands into the mat, lift the knees off the floor, start to draw the heels down towards the mat energetically. They may not reach. We're going to find ourselves coming into our downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll lengthen through the breath, and on the exhale, we'll draw the sit bone up towards the ceiling, lengthen it out through the arms. Again, just energetically draw your heels down. We're not in any race to bring the heels down, to not reaching. It's all good. Take the gaze perhaps towards the back of the mat. Feel free to bend into the knees. And on the next breath, let's step forward. Bring the toes towards the hands. Keep the hands where they are. Tiptoe forward. And I found us find ourselves at the front of the mat to now ragdoll and our forward fold. Sway the body from left to right. It's been nice and heavy through the arms, through the head. Be aware of the ground underneath the soles of the feet here. As you're allowing your body to be heavy, just coming into a gentle stretch with the back of the legs as you give into gravity. Now keeping the feet, we're bringing them hip distance apart, toes facing forward. We're going to come to our halfway lifts, the hands on the shins, lifting up through the arms. Draw the belly in, take the gaze towards the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. And again, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, I'm going to sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, maybe bend into the knees. As you bring the arms all the way up, 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 up. Take the gaze in between the hands, long through the arms, and on the exhale, hands together in prayer towards the center of the chest. Let the hands drop down to the side as we come into our mountain pose, Tadasana. The palms are facing forwards, roll the shoulders back, so we're nice and long through the body. And on the inhale, when you sweep the arms back up towards the ceiling, bring the hands into prayer at the top, and on the exhale, draw the prayer through the chest, so we bend from the hips as we come all the way down to our forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to release. I'm going to bend into the knees and bring the hands all the way down to the mats. Maybe lift the heels up off the floor. And step back with the left foot towards the back of the mats. Bring the right foot to join the left as we come into our plank. Maybe rock back and forth on the toes. Again, I invite you to either drop the knees or keep torso straight. Whichever variation we're going for, we're going to bend into the arms as we come down to our low plank. Push through the toes and come up to our upward facing dog. Bringing the chest through the arms. Rolling the shoulders back. Pressing the tops of our toes into the mat. Drawing the heels towards the center. And on the exhale, curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the breath. And exhale to release. Keep the head a shake. I'm going to step our right foot through, in between the hands. I'm going to bring the left heel down and turn the left foot out towards 10 o'clock. On the back of the mats. Once you find yourself grounded through your feet, keeping a bend in that right knee. Slowly lift the torso up. As you draw the arms forward, and up towards the ceiling. Find ourselves here now, warrior one. Take the right arm forward and left arm back. As we Come into a warrior two. Drawing through the belly. Lengthen up through the torso. I'm going to flip the right palm over and start to come to our reverse warrior. Start to lift the right arm up as far as it will go. Follow the hand, the gaze. And on the next breath, I'm going to bring the right elbow and sit it just inside of the right thigh. Maybe bring the right hand down towards the mat. And lift that left arm up towards the ceiling. Again, follow the hand, the gaze. We're opening up through the hips here. Just gently press the inside of the right thigh into the right elbow. And slowly come back up to our warrior two. Before cartwheeling the hands forward, back down towards the front of the mat. We're going to spin onto the top of the left toes, the heels off the mat. Slowly bring that left knee down towards the floor. Maybe shuffle that right foot forward. And then come to half splits on the right side. So slowly walk the hands forward, backwards. And as you do, you're going to lengthen out through the right leg. As your right toes lift up off the mat, keep the right heel down. You should feel a gentle stretch for the right hamstring here. Maybe engage through the right quad. And that'll help you just find a bit more space to come into the bend and stretch a little bit more through that right hamstring. On your next breath, let's come back into that bend in that right knee. Bring both hands towards the front of the mat. Place the right hand on the inside of the right foot. And then graciously or ungraciously, no one's judging me here. I'm going to bring that right leg back, come back into our tabletop. Curl the toes under, press the hands into the mat, downward facing dog. Inhale in and exhale out. And we're going to go and repeat that on the left side. So I'm going to lift up through the left toes and draw it towards the front of the mat. Bring the left foot so it sits just inside of the left hand. Bringing a bend into that left knee. If you're high on the right toes, just start to bring the right heel down towards the mat. Pointing the toes, the sole of the foot out towards 2 o'clock. At the back of the mat. When you feel stable, when you feel grounded, both soles of the feet, let's start to peel the chest away from the left thigh as we come up towards our warrior one. On the next breath, let's open up into warrior two, taking that right arm back. Left hand comes forward. And then slowly flip that left palm over. And come into our reverse warrior. So maintaining that bend in that left knee. Taking that left hand up towards the ceiling. Following the head of the gaze. And then we're going to bring the left elbow and place it on the inside of the left thigh. Gently press the inside of the left thigh into the left elbow. Add a bit of resistance. Taking the left hand down towards the mat as we start to draw that right hand up towards the ceiling. Again, further the hand with the gaze. So we're looking up towards the ceiling for another breath. And then engage with the core as we come back into our warrior two. Left arm forwards, right arm back. And then we're going to cartwheel the hands down towards the front of the mat. We're going to spin so we're high on the right toes this time. Bring that right knee down. Start to shuffle that left foot forward before walking the hands back. Drawing the left toes off the mat or high on the left foot. Balancing on the heel, the ball of the heel, and finding a gentle stretch, this time through our left hamstring. And as we did on the other side, start to engage through the left quad to find a bit more space to come into the bend. One more breath. And start to walk the hands forward again as we find ourselves bending back into that left knee, bringing the sole of the foot down. Let's bring both hands on either side of the left foot. And once again, as graciously or ungraciously, no judgment here, we're going to lift that left foot up and swing it towards the back of the mat. As together we meet once again in our tabletop. We're going to curl both toes under, press our hands into the mat, lift up through our tailbone, energetically draw our heels down, downward facing dog. Taking the gaze in between the legs towards the back of the mat. Here for 2 more breaths. On each exhale, we're going to lengthen that through the arms. 1 more breath. On the next inhale, we're going to once again draw that right leg forwards. This time we're bringing the right knee just towards the back of the right wrist, bringing our right shin down as we come into our half pigeon. So I find my right shin pointing at an angle from the front right diagonal towards the back left diagonal. Just use your left toes to walk the left leg back as much as your body will allow. And then uncurl the left toes. We're not looking to come into any pain at all here on the knee. So just go to your edge, a place where you can find yourself coming into a stretch through the right hip flexor. You might find yourself coming onto the forearms, maybe staying high, or maybe bringing the forehead down towards the mat. Just listen to your body here and go for your variation. So coming into a stretch should be a lovely pain-free stretch into our right hips, stretching through into the right hip flexor, and the left hip flexor. Just where I'm rubbing my left hand. There's some practitioners you might see on YouTube where that left leg, the left thigh is literally parallel and touching the floor. My body doesn't allow me to do that. So again, just go to where your body allows. Maintain your breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. It's a lovely stretch. It's a lovely asana to come into and sit in and hold for a good 5 minutes, 10 minutes. In terms of exercise, if you're a runner or cyclist, again, this is
This asana has a positive benefit for your hips. Ultimately, this pose is great for our final preparation as we come into stillness in a seated position and come into meditation at the end. Slowly, if you're down on the mat, start to press up into the hands, uncurl the left toes, and then start to lift that left knee and shuffle it forwards. So you come up the pose, and then swing your right leg back any which way is good for you. Press our hands into the mat, lift up through the knees, downward facing dog. I'm going to come into the opposite side. This time, lift up through the left leg, draw the left knee forwards, and over, sit it just behind the left wrist. Maybe pointing out just beyond the left wrist. Get my left shin is down, back on my left foot is on the mat, pointing out towards diagonal. I'm just lifting up through the right toes and shuffling that right leg back so it's long through the back of the mat. Once I find my area of comfort and start to walk the hands forward. Again, I'd like to stay high. You can join me in coming down towards the mat, finding a stretch with the right hip flexor. And the outside of the left buttock. What might feel for some as an awkward pose, if you've not done it before, I find quickly becomes one where you find comfort as you sit in it and just feel your muscles relaxing and your hips opening. Particularly if you're watching some playback, I invite you to stay for as long as you need, as long as your body would like. Otherwise, let's press up through the hands, curl up through the right toes again, shuffle that right leg forwards, bring that left leg back into our tabletop, curl left toes under, and let's all together meet in our downward facing dog. Come behind the toes and jump or step, walk those toes forward. We find ourselves once again in our ragdoll. Sway the body from left to right. The upper body is heavy, the head is heavy. Before we finish, let's just take our right hand and place it on the outside of our left thigh, or our left shin, or underneath the sole of our left foot, whichever again takes your fancy, whichever your body allows. And when I come into one final twist, lifting up through the left arm towards the ceiling, and keeping your grip wherever you are. Another two, another one, and slowly release. Come to our ragdoll before taking the opposite side. So again, take the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, the right calf muscle, or place the right hand underneath the outside of the right sole of the foot. Start to lift up through the right hand towards the ceiling. Take the gaze up towards the right hand, wherever it might be, for another two, another one, and slowly release. From here, we're going to bend to the knees, just turn both feet out. So the soles of the feet are flat on the mat. You might come high on the toes and then let the bum come down. Roll onto the back. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Maybe take, if it's there for you, the outside of the soles of the feet. Draw the soles of the feet up so they're parallel to the ceiling. As we come to our happy baby. Bringing the knees into the armpits. Maybe just grab the outside of the shins. Place your hands underneath your hamstrings. Or just touch your knees. And then I'm going to release the legs to the floor. Lengthen out through the body. Remove any obstacles, any water bottles. Be aware of your breath here. Place your arms down either side of the body. Face the palms up towards the ceiling. Maybe lengthen with the back of the neck. So you gaze up to the ceiling and close your eyes as we come into Shavasana. Close your eyes. Feel supported, feel grounded through the body. Feel the mat to the back of the head, back of the shoulders. Maybe for your sacrum, your lower back, your bum, maybe the tops of the back of the thighs. Back of the hands, back of the calves, your heel on the right side, your heel on the left side. Just let your feet be floppy. And even if the only thing you've been aware of for the whole practice is just these few seconds here, just really allow yourself to become really centered and present in this current moment. However your week is going, or if you've got a plan for the week ahead, whenever you might find yourself in moments of anxiety or stress, just remember this particular moment where you've been able to come into stillness and remove any distractions, and just recognize that we shouldn't take ourselves so seriously. There's always a chance to reset and to go again. And just let this memory, this moment be your reset place. At any moment where you find yourself in discomfort, I invite you to stay where you are, or saying this is supposed to be 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You start to bring awareness to your body, just maybe shake out through the legs, scrunch out through the hands, start to become aware of the body. Once again, let's bring the knees into our chest and then slowly roll up into a seated position. Invite you to come into your shins as you face forward, and then come sitting on the black. I'm sitting on the block, cross-legged. After Shavasana, this is again the place you can maybe find yourself, just coming into a seated position and sitting in this medium for as long as you might need. If your eyes are closed, just blink them open. Take one final breath in through the nose. Slowly exhale through the mouth. Thank you for joining once again on the mat, whether you're again on the line or you're watching on playback. So yeah, almost certainly be back on the mat 1st of December. So yeah, down to twice a year now, but hopefully making these a lot more intentional. Once again, have a great week ahead, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. Have a good week. Take care. Bye bye.